It's a Monday. We're feeling good. Di-RRec came in, is here. Hey, y'all, let's do what we do, man. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's talk some gaming talk. Let's go.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
They want me to be mad. I'm not mad. They want me to be sad. Not sad. I'm over here on Xbox, man, where the games are at. And they're doing a pretty good job keeping us loaded up. My advice to everybody right now, if you have a backlog and you're trying to finish it up, please do. Enjoy yourselves right now. In the meantime, we came here with a responsibility. Rachie, we came here with a responsibility. And as gamers across the world, our job is to come in here and tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. I go by the name of the New Legal. I got my man Six Slayer in the building, Spartan 117 in the building, Game Heroes in the building. Thank y'all for coming out. You know it's sick. We came here with a responsibility. We have to do this. This is what we do. We do this with our eyes closed, people. It's nothing. There's no gimmicks over here on Di-RRec Gaming. This is our leisure time. This is when we get together and we just straight kick it. This isn't about nothing else. Let me say something to all these people out here that are tripping over money, tripping over subscriptions. How about you stay out of those Patreons? How about you stay off those YouTubers' laps and stop lap dancing for these YouTubers that maybe y'all might have some money to spend on your video games? How about that one? Stop complaining about not having no money. Yet we see you over on YouTube channels day in and day out prostituting. We're going to get to it tonight, people. Welcome, everybody. Everybody that comes in, welcome. But we're going to start this thing out with, if you like what we're about, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Never miss an awesome video with my comrades in the Mighty Chit Chat community. Never miss one. Smash the like button. Leave some comments below. Do whatever you feel. In the meantime, these three gentlemen and the rest of the Di-RRec Gaming family, whether they're in the Chit Chat or they're on the panel, we come in here and we do our thing and we hold our responsibility down. I know it's been about a week and a half on this subject, but I ain't really hear nobody tell the truth about it. So Concord is the #1 target as we enter the gates of Di-RRec Gaming. And I'm going to start this thing off, Rachie, because people seem to have amnesia about why this thing really isn't compelling. And listen, I've talked to my PlayStation fans, some very good close friends, some of them even part of the Di-RRec Gaming, who really don't even have PlayStation 5s, but have some PCs, and they've played the game. And they told me with their pure honesty, I never doubted that the game was trash. I've never played it, so you wouldn't hear me say it. But common sense of knowing these things are the keys to why I always felt like this is a bad mistake. Now, let's rewind the tape, people. Since everybody's got amnesia. Not here on Di-RRec Gaming. Oh, no. We love to do this. Let me sip on this lemonade real quick. Shout out to my man J-Rock being up in Texas, down there in the H-Town. Down there in Real City and Unlimited Production City right now. Shout outs to him as he's down there visiting some family. Have a safe trip back home to New York, my brother. sorry we couldn't gel up, man. You know, the weather is bad and everything, but that's life, and that's just how things are. Excuse me. And if you hear the dog barking, my apologies. So since everybody's got amnesia, I remember when the name Concord arrives, right? And everybody was suspicious because nobody knew what the game was about. They just threw up a picture in space. And immediately the donkeys came out with such fury because you remember that game called Starfield and how it made grown men cry across the media, across the whole gaming landscape. It made grown men cry. We remember that. So their first thing was, oh, we got our Starfield. Donkeys thought Concord was going to be a space sci-fi shooter. These are the facts. These are the truths. But yet, nobody wants to admit these things. They couldn't wait to get blisters on their fingers and go on Twitter and start talking down Xbox fans. Oh, we got the Starfield killer. Okay. So years go by and some months and not a peep, not a trailer, not anything. We know that PlayStation's been in a severe famine from their third-party studios. There's nothing coming out of those things. And we all know why, but we're going to pretend, but we all know why. We're going to pretend that we don't know why right now. And then 2024 comes around, and Microsoft's Xbox Showcase knocks everything out of the universe. Xbox becomes the center of attention around the world. Hellblade 2 drops. The worldwide marketing of Hellblade 2 drops. It becomes the #1 single-player game out of the top 23 to land, and everything above it was either free-to-play games or service games. People ran out and talked about how graphically this game looks. It is the first true next-gen looking game. Xbox gets the crown. And as we move forward, Sony rebuttal with a state of play. And when Concord got shown, you didn't even have to be a PlayStation fan. You was shocked. Now, we came here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. And the thing about Concord is there's no relation with those characters. Nobody knows those characters. Those characters aren't appealing, but it's another PvP game. And the problem with Concord, we know it's biting off of Overwatch. It's a generic Overwatch. On top of you want to make it an agenda game, you want to put the pronouns and all that other silly stuff in the game, which doesn't hurt the game. It annihilates it. So now you do the one thing that could ultimately be the most dumbest thing that you can do, and that's charge gamers $40. The $40, you might as well cremated the game, because there's too many PvP games out there that cost nothing for these gamers. That, my friend, was worse than anything of gaming news that could have possibly came out in 2024. Was that a PvP game is going to cost you $40. That, y'all, is the truth about Concord. And now that Concord has died, we can bury it. And it goes down as another PlayStation game that has failed to get past the gate. Now, before I let my comrade Six Slayer take over, I told y'all, welcome G-Man, welcome Ray T, welcome Drawn TJ. Come on in. Let everybody know we're live. I know we've been shadow dropping here lately. Let everybody know we're here. People still wanted to pretend about this game. And the worst thing that could happen is to not be sincere about it. To not be sincere about it is about the worst thing that you could do for publishers. And not just publishers, but the devs that work for them. Because we're gamers. We're supposed to be honest. Honest by all integrity. There's no room for hating on a game just because you don't like a platform. But when you see something that you know just isn't going to hit that mark, it's okay to come out and be honest about your opinion. Be honest about a game. We all knew that game was in trouble. The very first moment we saw it as a PvP, we knew it was in trouble. So we don't need to pretend. Now look at it. Look at it. Again, the PlayStation fans come out and didn't support a game on their platform. Again, I told y'all long time ago, and I'm going to pass this mic to Six Layer when I'm done with this one. We are not in the so-called social media console war anymore. We're not in that anymore. We always been in the console wars because the true console war will never die. But the silly little social media console war that you see, yeah, that's the joke. Sony has a problem, people, and it's called service games. Sony has been lied about for over 20 years about their exclusives, but told the truth about their cinematic experiences. And since their fans gravitate to nothing but cinematic experiences, they don't know anything else outside of Call of Duty. So they're very, very caged in and limited. And now that Call of Duty is Xbox, they're very limited. They now became the greatest Xbox fans on earth without even knowing it. So, PlayStation, in order to make it through the gate of what's called the next gen phase, you will have to have a successful service game. I was not lying then, and I'm telling you now. He who holds service games holds the power to go through the gate called the next gen. You are able to afford your gaming because technology is around, cost is going up, and the industry isn't healthy. This is the truth. Games are going to be costing more to make, so you're going to have to be able to afford it. And having live service games, a successful one, helps pay the bills. Six Slayer, grab the mic after I finish reading Drawn TJ because they always think we're lying. But for some reason, we're always right. Drawn TJ, thanks for coming in. Sorry I haven't been around. I've been working. Baby, it's because you're a man, bro. It's because you're a man. You got a reality life. Sorry, I haven't been around. I've been working 70 to 65 hours a week. I'm really tired, but Xbox is the best place to play. Facts. Speak the truth, New Legal. High panel. Salute. We have a high responsibility to do. John TJ, keep it coming. I got my man Stone King in the building. Six Slayer, I got a mic for you. 117 a mic. Game Serials a mic. Six Slayer, let's go.
What up, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the chat. The other panels here, Games Hero and Spartan. Yo,
we got Metropolitan Gaming in the building too, Sick.
What up, Metro? G-Man, Drawn TJ, Stone King. Who else we got here? Ray G, G-Man.
Thank you,
everybody. So, and everybody else who will be hopping in a bit. I'm sure we'll have a panelist or two hop in a little bit later, as
Let's
always.
Go.
So, yo, we talking about, the present, but, it's relevant today of all days to talk about the past. Today was a day of ending for a great champion in our gaming landscape, our gaming history, our combined gaming history, the true end of the Xbox 360. Rest in peace. 18 years. Platform was available with games purchasable. The games are still playable online even now. If you own whatever games you own physically or digitally, you can still go update your game on either backwards compatibility, or if you have a 360 still, you know, you could download what you own, upload your games to the cloud save, still play online with everybody who's playing backwards compatible or with the real systems. 18 years, and those games and experiences can still continue on, but you can't get no new ones. Some folks like to frame this in a negative. I ain't gonna talk about these negatives because you know how that can go, because we're talking about a platform 2 generations ago. It's been replaced. 2 generations, yes, 2 generations have passed since. And folks want to complain that now they're not selling games. And that's like back in the days of the GameCube. We're mad that no more Super Nintendo game, not even Super Nintendo, NES games weren't being made anymore. That they weren't being sold anymore. And instead of celebrating the past history of such a monumental platform of its time, we still see its influences today. And yeah, like John TJ is saying, the servers ain't fully 100% down right now. You could buy games on the Xbox store browser. For some people, it still works. For some people, it don't. I guess it depends on your region, or if the servers are still up for you too. That might also be a factor. But yeah, still there's some lingering elements of that network still active for some people. So if you can snag some stuff, please do that. Everybody forgets you could do that. This is very true. But sometime today, if not tomorrow, whatever, it will finally be done. Just like when they shut down the multiplayer for Halo 2 on the original Xbox for like a week or two, there was still some folks playing, man, who was in lobbies, not in lobbies, were in matches already. And so they were able to keep playing because they were already linked up to each other and the games were running off the platform instead of on some servers or whatever it is before we turn server side. So anyway, back to the history. Listen, I could sit here and tell you the history we all know. We all know the incredible impact the 360 has had. Okay? It changed the game. It showed the power of both hardware and software. And I think that latter part is very important that people listen in when I say this about the software. That platform evolved over time off the back of software innovation, party chats, game invites, indie games, downloading a game digitally and running it on your hard drive, or a game you already own on disk to install it on a hard drive so it can load faster, so you wouldn't be running your disk all day, right? You buy the game digitally because it's on sale, for $5, but you already got it installed. You ain't got to re-download anything. It recognizes it as the same thing. Little details like that, right? The standards of gaming you see on every other platform online started with Xbox and Xbox Live, and particularly 360, being able to invite people, party chat, all that stuff. You see it on Steam, you see it on PlayStation, you see it on PC, you see it on Nintendo. Okay? Xbox wrote those rules. Okay? When it comes to indie games, when it comes to retro remakes, Gamepass. Okay? The 360 has done it all. And its spirit lives on in Xbox platform and in even competing platforms. So just, a moment of 5-second silence for the one and only Xbox 360. And folks, I'm gonna leave it at that when it comes to the 360 talk. We gotta talk about the present day. So before I pass on the mic to either one of the fellows who's ready to speak next, man, been talking about this game, Concord, all online for like a week or two now, right? We had a space earlier, Games Heroes and I were there. We spoke to many people, very objectively. Shout out to the panel there on the Black Force Energy podcast on Twitter. We did the space. We had a lot of people come and talk, PlayStation fans, Xbox fans, PC fans, gamers who just wanted to speak objectively with no drama, no BS, no making excuses for anything, right? And we had a great time. No pony came through to start stupid arguments, but one tried to start from the outside. You know how Nib gets. The hell with that clown. But and Game Heroes, this is what you've said too. As a person who's pre-ordered the game, you've played the beta. It's not that it's a horrible game or nothing, but everybody kind of sees it for what it is. And for what PlayStation needs right now to pay $40 for a game like that, nah. And this is another example I feel of like these game publishers and producers not really listening to the audience. And not that the audience always knows what they're talking about. Oftentimes they don't. But to not understand that this wasn't going to be well received, they don't really have experience on that. And one last thing I'm going to say, you want to see another clone? That's actually a clone. It's that Marvel Rivals. That's a clone too. Yet it works because it has a name. Concord has no name, and all it seems to be is like a generic ripoff of other games that are better and free and multi-platform. You know, listen, man. If you like Concord, more power to you. It's not an ass game. I'll tell you like that. There are some games out there that are hot garbage. Hot garbage. This ain't one of them. But I think the gaming community has spoken aloud. Concord ain't it, Chief. Concord ain't it, Chief. And yo, Game Heroes, you got the mic, bro.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
You got the mic.
No, everything I say today, like, it's not a bad game. Is the market is oversaturated with these 5 versus 5 hero shooters and these what's the name? Yeah, these battle royale ripoff games. Like, you talking about Marvel Rivals, there's another one called Overwatch, Paddlelands, whatever that's called. And even Steam Valve is making their own quote unquote hero shooters, is in closed alpha and still got more players than Concord. That shit isn't even out yet. So it's like that's how the game industry is going to work. You know, it's not Concord is not the problem. I don't think Sony is the problem. Is that the problem is that's how the industry is going to work. There's a reason why like traditional multiplayer games like Halo is struggling to get the casuals, because games like these dominate the whole entire industry. Like, you know, developers are not going to take any more risk and, you know, do some more like innovation stuff, doing like the 360 days or the old or the 7th generation or the 6th generation consoles. This generation, even early 8th generation consoles. So this generation is like, you know, and moving forward, it's like how these developers gonna trying to find how to nickel and dime gamers and trying to copy off popular games and trying to, you know, get the Fortnite money, the Overwatch money, and all that stuff. Call of Duty do the same thing too with, you know, Warzone and you know, Battlefield right now is completely dead, but, you know, Battlefield is going to have a hard time. It's like, I'm not saying Concord is a bad game, because it's not. It's just saying that it's a symptom of like how the industry is going to move forward. And I don't really blame Sony, because if Sony did bring out Killzone or Resistance, it's going to have Killzone will probably do 10 times worse than Concord. Like, nobody wants these type of games anymore. If Halo is struggling right now, getting the casuals, who the hell is going to play Killzone? Who's going to play another Resistance game or SOCOM? Like, nobody play these traditional games anymore. And, you know, gamers spoke it. Like, now, you know, people say, oh, like, if Concord is free to play, would it be safe? I would say no, because once again, you have to have a gimmick. Like, like, compare the Concord to Overwatch or Paddlelands or any other hero shooter. Even a lot of free to play games on Steam, like The First Descent. Like, that's have a lot of legs. Like, people still playing that. You know, you have to have a gimmick that people want to invest in your game. Like, that's basically what it is. And Concord is just a basic hero shooter. And saying the problem with Concord is the characters. Like, these characters are not appealing. Now, if you like the characters, more power to you. And none of these characters appeal. This is like bleeding edge characters, but at least bleeding edge characters are actually slightly more interesting, because, you know, I can see Ninja 3 can take one of the bleeding edge characters and make a full-fledged game, but these characters just ugly, like, in my opinion. Like, nobody like I don't know, like it doesn't appeal to the mainstream, like it doesn't appeal to like Overwatch characters, like so it's just like I don't know what's going to happen to Concord, like, and of course there's a lot of idiots out there talking about oh you're just a closed beta. People understand the closed beta means that how many people pre-order the game. So you're like 1,000 people playing the closed beta. That means that's 1,000 people, literally pre-order the game. So that's bad. All right, and then they told me, oh, just wait for the open beta come out. Now the open beta did slightly better than the closed beta. They only picked 2,000 people. So who knows how many people gonna play
And
one of
real
the
quick,
games?
that Game Zeros, 2000 was that on? That was on Steam, but on
Yeah,
PlayStation 5,
I don't know.
Concord had an 8.1% drop on the second open beta.
Yeah, so that means it's really bad. Like so.
You there? You there, Games?
Yo, Games, you there?
Something might.
Something might happen.
Shifting focus on Game Pass right now. It's hot and it's dropping games like it's hot. Modern Warfare 3 just came out of surprise. Thank you, Microsoft, for that. Really enjoying that campaign. A couple of more other games have dropped. We're gonna have a very busy. When is that Gamescom? It's like the dev conference that we're having.
End of August.
There we go. New hardware being announced coming soon. We're eating good, man. I'm enjoying everything that is being offered. PlayStation is literally they're done. And I know
Hey, my bad. I had a phone call.
Okay,
So end of the day, man, I don't know what's going to happen to Concord. If the game comes out, let's see how many people are going to play it. If it doesn't, hey, look, I've seen a lot of studios get shut down.
Game Zeros. You're being too nice, Game Zeros. You can't see the future. You're only human like me and everybody else here, right? But let's put your thinking cap back on, right? Okay. The pay beta, right? Or you have to pay to have access. Didn't do well, right? The open beta did slightly better, right? Right? And for a platform that has 50 million, I forget who said that, only PC was really counting, and it was like 1,000 or so, right? And now, excuse me. And now the PC, it's an open beta, right? The number basically didn't do that much better. Like technically it was twice as much, but twice as much of almost nothing is still, is just double almost nothing, which is still almost nothing. Okay. It's not gonna do well, right? Like
it's not going to do well. I just say it's not going to do well.
Yeah.
I think the developers need to cancel the game, but that's not going to happen. It's too late. So
it's too late, right? It's too late.
So,
no. What they could do, like, shout out to Paris. Paris joined, and he did say, and I agree with him that it's a thing they should do. Not that it's going to work out. I don't know if it will work out. Once again, don't have a crystal ball, can't see the future, but I'm not confident it would work out either. But if it was my choice, this is what I would do. I would delay the game further. I would just delay the game.
Nah, it's still not going to do it.
Well,
okay.
Listen.
Okay, here's why, people. Here's why.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
Here's why. Yeah, here's why. Because I've been listening to you and Sick, and y'all got some good points. But I wanna ask you guys a question. What's the purpose of a open beta? Or okay, let's do it like they did it. What was the purpose of the closed beta?
Closed beta, open beta. Either one is to test it out.
To test the service.
Okay. What's the purpose of an open beta?
Everybody can play it.
Oh, for what? For what reason?
Test the service out.
And what else? What else are they looking for? You're right. Both of y'all are correct. There's one thing that y'all are missing.
And they're also measuring how much people are interested in the game.
We came here to hold a responsibility in our hands. Six Slayer, we came here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, gaming.
So must I.
There it is.
Why put out something that you know isn't gonna work out?
Bingo.
and work on it and fix it, or don't fix it out at all.
Bingo. So here it is. We all want to have amnesia. This is what makes me sick, man. I can't stand we're gamers, Jago. Jago, we're gamers. We've been doing this for hundreds of years, right? Sick, thousands of years. We know what things mean. So you either gonna have pretenders out here, or you're gonna have people out here to tell the truth. Look, we come to tell the truth. The open beta was to test the servers, were to get engagement, and then, like Six Slayer says, the whole purpose is to draw hype. You want to see how many people are going to come play this game. And when you see that nobody's coming to play this game at an open beta, that says it all. That says it all, people. You don't have to sit up here and wonder. Gamers are not excited, because gamers, when they play a game that's excited, they get to talking. The words spread like wildfires, and it goes all across the world, and a game can be successful. Just look at Hypercharged Unboxed. Look, man, people started playing that game, and they started speaking about how good it was and how good they was enjoying it. And look at it. As a small indie game, it gained traction. And this thing didn't have no open beta. It didn't have none of that. Straight off of word of mouth. The reason why Concord isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing is because the donkeys had a motive set in their brains for this game. The worst thing that could have happened was these developers not paying attention to what was going on social media. Because let's keep it real, y'all. We're in a social media era where everything is on social media. So for you to not pay attention to what's being said is your fault. Because the minute you saw the crowd bring up, oh, we got a sci-fi shooter, you should have came out and let them know that it wasn't going to be a sci-fi shooter. You didn't have to show them anything, but at least say, hey, it's not going to be a sci-fi shooter. We'll show you more to come in the future. Because when you dropped it, you guys didn't match the same energy
with bad info and misinformation.
That's what happened. Nobody wants to admit this stuff, Sick, but we was there. They ran with that bad information for over years, Sick. It took that damn state of play garbage ass bullshit.
As us Xbox guys, we know that. We know this as Xbox guys. They've done it to us for years. So we know. And this is not an Xbox or PlayStation or whoever thing. It's a simple logic. Fact. If you test it out and folks is like, yo, we don't like this, why are you putting it out for? Don't put it out. Either don't put it out at all, or go back to the lab with it until you confident again and you come out again. Or don't put it out at all.
It doesn't work
like it's not going to sell. It's just
it doesn't work like
effort.
It doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that, because at the end of the day, it's an investors. Like, if the investors come to someone like, yo, we're gonna make a hero shooter because Overwatch is popular, we need live service games to get money and revenue, they're gonna do that. So it's not like, okay, yeah, as a logical point, cancel the game or delay the game for another year, fix up the game, and try to find a goddamn gimmick that can, but that would never happen, because the game's coming up next month. So what? And look, if that happened, and let's say they delayed it, that means that one, you didn't have no faith in the game, and number two, in the near future, let's say they delayed it. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of a game, Multiverse, right? When Multiverse came out last year, it was popular. Then they started changing stuff up and this, and so you know what? We're gonna take Multiverse off the shelf, fix a lot of game bugs and glitches. Then we launch Multiverse this year, and they think that they're gonna go popular, and it did. But for Concord, that's a different story, because Concord, they needed these 12 live service, 6 live service games. So if they do this route, what Paris said, it's still not gonna success, because
it may not. It probably won't, but it's better than a guaranteed loss.
I got something I
Go
want to say.
ahead, legal. Go ahead, legal.
No,
But I
I
hear
know.
you, James. I
No,
hear you,
because
though. I hear you, James.
No, because you and Sick, both of y'all are not wrong. It's just two streets going different directions. But what y'all are saying is quite visible. I just have the question: when do we accept the fact that Sony's PlayStation 5 is having massive failures with their games? How many games must flop? That's my question, Sick, and Games
Yep.
and Spartan and Chit Chat. Because listen, let's be for real. If
Because that's
this
the
was
narrative I love to
Xbox,
frame about Xbox.
man, if
Xbox the
this
way it
was
is now,
Xbox,
and that's the way it is now. That's the way they try to act.
look,
Hey,
No matter
hey,
if it's
if this was an
let's
Xbox
keep it real.
exclusive,
Look,
they would
let's
kill
keep
it. They would
let's
kill
keep
the
it
game.
real. Let's keep it real. If this was Xbox, we would have all the leaders of Xbox lined up with all mics in their faces with a whole bunch of questions from me asking them why come none of their games can succeed. What's going on? What's going on, right? And all the Xbox leaders would have to say something. And then they got to go on Bloomberg and have interviews. And we know it, okay? We know it. But Sony has openly come out and told us what their real problem is. And their real problem, everybody in this world, is its own base. Their base is their problem. We come here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. Sony isn't looking at you, donkey. Sony's looking at me. And guess what? They still don't have me because guess what? A gamer like me, who they really want to have a PlayStation 5 in the palm of my hands, right? Is not seeing the worth. We haven't even got to the PlayStation Plus extra news yet. But even I don't see the worth of having a PlayStation 5. Because you know why? The player base don't buy new games. So why do we keep closing our eyes, opening up our mouths like we're in shock when none of these games are being played? When Sony told us they don't buy new games. Why are we doing this? Why are we acting like we don't have the answer when the company that already came out and gave us the answer? So that's the core problem. Second problem is, when is the gaming media going to say, listen, Sony, you failed 2004. If Astrobot is all you bringing to the table, no, it's a failure. That's just a failure, because Final Fantasy VII flop, Rise of Ronin flop, Foam Stars flop. What's the other one? Stellar Blade, 50 something plus million, and you only get 1 million out of 3 months. Yeah, we can call it not successful. And now we got Concord that has already officially flopped. So my question is, how many more games must flop before they finally admit that PlayStation 5 is a flop console to begin with? It's just a flop console to begin with. Y'all never wanted to accept the truth. When it was me, Sick, Teknoblast, and Realist out here telling y'all 3.5 years ago about the console, you didn't want to listen to us when everybody else didn't dare speak about it. It took 3 years later for me to be right. What are we doing out here? Gamers are not ignorant people. Gamers, we're not dumb people. Gamers are highly intelligent. We understand makeups of games. We don't even have to, I hate when people say, well, you haven't even played. We don't have to play the game. This is why we have trailers and things like that. And we have YouTube where we got people who get video games. They get review copies, whether they suck at the game or not, because most of them suck at it. But we can still look at them. We can still watch them play. And you know the type of games you like. And your eyes don't deceive you. You know when you're looking at a game that has potential, and you know when you're looking at a game that doesn't. We've been doing this too long. So if you've been gaming for over 25 years and you don't know a good game when you see it, something wrong with you, bro. I don't take nothing you say serious. Because all the narratives and all the myths came from the donkey daycare camp. And them days is gone now. They don't even know how to relate to PlayStation right now because the PlayStation 5 they have right now is unrelatable. You know why? Because they never in their life has ever been bombarded with the notion that they need these service games now. Nothing that Sony is doing has any other narratives that they used to say out of their mouths. That Sony and of that PlayStation era is dead. You want to know what's dead? Y'all want to sit out here and talk about Xbox is dead. No, you want to know what's dead? What's dead is your dumbass PlayStation narratives and myths and theories. Those are dead. What's up, Snooki? And I told them with a straight face, I'm telling y'all the truth. We're the ones that care about y'all. We're out here. We rather tell you the truth. We don't need to make Six Slayer said this long time ago legal. We don't need to make a show every single day. Why is that? Why is that, Sick? Because when we get on, we impact. It don't matter when we come through. When we come through, it's a magnitude of 9.2 out here. Why is that, Sick? Because we tell the truth. They hate us because we tell the truth. We ain't out here with gimmicks in our mouths. We ain't out here with no chains around our necks. We ain't handcuffed. We're not told what to say. We're gamers with a passion to speak about gaming. We're not here to lie to you. We poke fun at you. We call you a donkey. You know what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to lie to you. You can like PlayStation. We done said this 1,000 times. We don't care what platform you play your video games on, whether it's Xbox, whether it's PC, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's Nintendo, whether it's mobile. We don't give a damn. Our problem is stop lying and pretending out here like we don't know what the hell is going on. That's our only problem. So we come out here with our 10 toes down, Rain G4, because we ain't scared to take the shots. They ain't coming over here. They ain't gonna do nothing. The streets have spoken. This is live from the streets. What y'all think this is? This stuff is crazy. You got over 5 games that have flopped back to back or underperformed. We're talking back to back to back to back to back. When are we going to say, yo, look, man, PlayStation ain't doing it. They got Astrobot. That's it. Just put it out there and say, listen, man, Xbox is where it's at. Let's just be truthful. We know it hurts y'all because we know the type of, the era, the atmosphere that we're in. We're in a donkey atmosphere. Us Xbox gamers know where we're at. We know that it kills y'all to talk anything nice about Xbox. But I told y'all this day was coming. Big bank takes little bank. The notion that anybody would jock a smaller bag is retarded. That is stupid. To even think that can sustain. PlayStation has been getting by off of lies, trickery, sorcery, myths, narratives, and listen, and theories. When that boomerang comes back around, it's going to hit so hard that Sony ain't going to be able to recover. I told you your future. So now it just boils down to you liking your PlayStation because you really have nothing else to brag. You don't have no brag in the bag. You don't have that no more. Your platform is going to become a service platform. You're going to have to get used to games like Concord or pay up on the Xbox platform. Keep buying Call of Duty games for us. Keep doing it. We're not going to get mad at y'all. I got you. I got you. Go ahead, panel. I got to see what Rain G4 sent me. Boy, you just did. Boy, you stupid, boy. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
This is
I was about to say,
crazy.
Martin.
Metro Place Gaming said the ponies were conditioned by Sony for Here comes some truth. Here we go. The ponies were conditioned by Sony for decades that only single-player story games were the only games worth playing until Sony decided to put out multiplayer games, which happened to be all flops. And this is coming from a person who used to come from the PlayStation side. You can't hate on this. This is the truth. You've been force-fed single-player movie cinematic experiences for so long that now when you got games that are coming out of service games that you're supposed to be playing because that's your future, you don't even know how to do that. Concord games are y'all's future. Not God of War. PlayStation don't make no money off of that. They barely make money off of Spider-Man 2. No money off Returnal. No money off Horizon. Who y'all kidding? No money off of Gran Turismo 7. None of those damn things generate no money for no PlayStation. There's no turnover. You guys play that game. Y'all are called the notorious one and done fan base. Y'all know what y'all are. Now y'all the ones that don't even buy new games. PlayStation Plus Extra has dropped 48%. Why is that? Because what have we been saying when y'all came out here to dog out the Game Pass for going up $3, right? All the media in the world came out to dog Xbox for going up $3. And even though it only went up $3, it's still the gold standard for gaming services. There's still not a better deal out there. TJ said, I'll say this. It's like saying make all Nintendo games ultra realistic. The fanboys wouldn't buy it. Only 10% would actually buy it. Facts. That's why Nintendo don't do that. They know they're not going to buy that game if they come out trying to make them games ultra realistic. It's not going to work. What are we doing out here? We going to keep pretending? We going to keep acting like we don't really know what's going on? Ray, we going to act like we don't know what's going on now, right? We going to sit out here.
Ray, what up?
Right, sick.
Judge
We
right
going to
there.
come out here sick and act like PlayStation don't have a problem. They got a problem, sick. They got a problem, my G.
You're not whistling Dixie, bro. This is
Quick
a big
question
fact,
for
but
the
they've had a
panel.
problem for a while. You got a question? What's up?
How much did they shave off the PSVR 2?
$200, I think.
They're not doing well.
They're not doing well, bro.
All that hardware they put out, like I said before, Legal said it, Sick, you said it. They put out more hardwares than they put out any games.
What's up, 108?
What up, 108? What up, Lem?
That Wolverine leak has destroyed them. Delayed
right.
games.
Why are they still doing that? What's the purpose of leaking Wolverine again?
They have to revamp their whole entire ecosystem, evaluate their fan base, their players, their player counts. What steps are they going to take now to be able to see that success in the future with a fan base that just all talk and play no games? These guys are hurt. Look at where we are. Fire Stick. I just saw a demo on YouTube, and it has no latency, no lag, no nothing. These guys have our next gen has already begun. It's been started a year now in. Next showcase.
Say less. Say less, man. I can get you on. Say less.
It's not like I didn't already tell you, bro, what it is.
Yeah, no doubt. But seriously, they have a problem. Everything is trickling down. There's something going on. There's something wrong, and it's service games. It's understanding, right? It's understanding that the PlayStation that you used to know no longer exists because they have to generate money. So they got to do something different because you guys aren't buying the new games. That's it. There isn't no other philosophy around it, people. John TJ said the last show you did, 108 Dragon, was fire. I've been catching up on demand. I've been working 60 to 70 hours a week. I need to catch up on my favorite podcast. You're good, John TJ.
No doubt,
hey,
no doubt.
we all appreciate you, bro. New legal, shoot 108 Dragon and link invite. I definitely will on the next show. He has been invited. We're sitting here constantly regurgitating issues because nobody really wants to shoot the breeze on what the real issues really are. And now that Microsoft is finally getting those engines started and they're roaring and games are just dropping no matter what, and they still haven't released their first party games yet, which are just full of 2024. Nobody wants to sit here and give them their flowers when they are working hard to put their efforts in. They're working. You can see it. You can see it. You feel it. They're out here. Xbox is the last one standing out here in these streets. Gamescom is going to be another Xbox show. You wonder why nobody else is coming? Because nobody else is. It doesn't matter to them that they show up for their fans. That's just it. You know what they rather do? We all talk about these physical things, right? Oh, physical copies and have your physical. Well, let me tell you something. When it comes to shows, when it comes to being involved out here, Microsoft is doing it physically. They're the last ones do it physically. While everybody else wants to sit up here digitally and do a show, Microsoft is saying, hey, we can do both. What did John TJ say? The media is all bullshit. They don't want to tell the truth, and I hate it. Fact. They're not supposed to tell the truth, but at least have some integrity. The thing about the media is you don't go to the media looking for truth or for enlightenment. That's the media. The media, the more negative press, the more clicks. You're not going to get press with positivity out here. So you just got to understand the media and all the quirks that go along with it. A lot of these cats, they're not even saying that stuff. They're being told to be said that stuff. They got an overseer. They got somebody that cuts their checks. So they tell them what the topic of the day is going to be. And they have to speak on it. That's just the truth. Game Pass is gold standard. No matter how you want to slice the pie, there's nothing else out here like Game Pass. It's the gold standard for gaming services across the world. There's nothing like it. And then I thought I heard somebody say, I think it was Game Serials before he had technical difficulties. But shout out to Game Serials because he still dropped jewels while he was here. PlayStation fans are buying Xbox. I think that was him that said it. Because of NCAA football has returned.
That's what I was gonna say. Not so much the football, but I mean, that's just one of there's Modern Warfare, there's Black Ops that's coming later.
Speak on it.
Like I hadn't heard about this 48% drop on PlayStation Network thing.
I'll send you the link. Oh, I posted it. I posted it. You can go look at it.
Well, either way, I'll check that later. But either way, right? I mean, and this is just some theory crafting. You don't know if it's a fact or nothing. But for there to be such a precipitous drop in 1 month, and this is in 1 month, you're saying, right? This wasn't over time, right? This is from 1 month to the last, right? Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So I'm asking you, though. But, like, the point is that it dropped 48% in 1 month?
Yeah, July.
All right. So who's to say, and this is a theory, who's to say the Game Pass announcement for Call of Duty didn't just do that? Because we always say it every day, right? So many people just play Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden, 2K, etc., right? And so they will switch platforms for that. We know this. So wouldn't this also fit in perfectly. I'm not saying that's what it is. We don't know for sure. We'd have to wait and see whenever we get some numbers on Game Pass, whatever, to correlate that. But I would at least say some of these people would have switched over, specifically for Game Pass, right? I'm seeing lots of reports of Xboxes being sold out. I'm being some reports that they were sold out really quickly, but then got more. Lemon knows a district manager in New York for GameStop. He would know more than me. I haven't spoken to him about this at all. So it's whatever he says, then I would go with that. But I can only say, in theory, that's what it should be. Because to drop that much in 1 month, like, yo, what are you not offering that many people would leave? Because once again, of course, if it was Xbox, it'd be a whole big thing. So that sounds to me like, yo, something made that many people leave. And I think it was Game Pass. I think it was Game Pass that did that. Because that's the same month where they announced all this stuff for Call of Duty, right? Last month?
Mm-hmm.
So,
man,
so
we're dropping games. They're giving us everything that they promised, even more. Anywhere, anytime, any day. Play. Go play. Xbox is an arcade. That's what the purpose of Game Pass is. When you went to an arcade as a child, has anyone ever argued what system that game is being played on? Or you wanted to go there, Street Fighter versus Capcom, and then you had a lineup of others, and you were just battling and combating without caring what system, what game would. It's just enjoy it. Xbox is just delivering on everything that they promised. And I cannot wait until the next gen with the handheld, with right now. Even wow, I'm just busy. Backlog, catalog. I was just telling Legal I'm just gonna go run Halo 3 again as a nostalgic, throwback, as well as do my rerun on Starfield's Shattered Spaces coming up. That's another hot expansion on behalf of Starfield right there. Oh, Indiana Jones. We go get him on Game Pass. It's going to be a nice first person mysterious whatever that they do in that game. I can't wait for that one there. Yeah, we're loaded. Forza's getting updates. They're carrying Forza Horizon 5 over 40 million till this day without even Horizon 6. Game Pass is proving that gamers are actually playing games, and the numbers are showing it, and they're succeeding, and I'm loving it everywhere. GeForce now, you could check them out over there too. Anywhere, anytime. Game Pass. Enjoy game. Best community ever. Every single one of you on the panel chit chat. You guys are amazing, and that's what makes Xbox great. All we do is jump in.
I like what Laker said, but you know, Laker, I'm gonna have to get you for this one. Laker 2020 said, "Ponies and Xbox don't buy games." Truth. That's false. That's not truth. And only Nintendo buy games by the droves. Now that's true, but what makes it the money fact? So if what you said is true, then why is it that Xbox is second in revenue and second in profit? You cannot have it both ways. Matter of fact, Microsoft created this thing called Game Pass, right? And even with Game Pass, if you wasn't even paying attention to the show when Phil Spencer said, still with Game Pass, the majority of the fans on Xbox buy their games. So this is why Game Pass can stay doing what it's doing, because even though Game Pass is such a great deal, majority of people still buy their games off of Game Pass. That Game Pass isn't the number one source of money generating for Xbox games. It's still considered a legitimate service for Xbox. But you can't say that same fact for PlayStation when PlayStation has already been told by Sony that their players don't buy new games. We know that Nintendo fans buy their games, but I beg to differ. If Nintendo dropped all their games like Xbox does, their games wouldn't get bought the way they're getting bought. Nintendo drops their games 6, 7, 9 months at a time. So, of course, you would expect people to buy up their games because, hey, it doesn't take you long to beat a Nintendo game. I know because I have a Switch. Nintendo don't make long, drawn-out games. That's not really what they do. They also have a nostalgia, right? They also have a huge library, right? But when you think about it, simply because Nintendo can sell its games, it doesn't have to rely on its services. Now, that's true. But what's going to happen to Nintendo if Nintendo pulls another Switch stunt where they regurgitate their same games again? Let's don't act like Nintendo hasn't been in deep waters before. Nintendo's the only company that sold 14 million consoles in a lifetime. So this is why you don't see a Switch 2 coming out like it's supposed to come out. Nintendo is very, very shaky ground for every time they release a console because they got to release it at the perfect time. It's got to appeal at the perfect eye. Now, PlayStation, Xbox don't have to do that. They're not on shaky ground every time they throw out a console. But now that technology is advancing, we're going to see if that next Switch is even in 1440p. Let's see if these people still want to play at 720, 60 frames or 1080p, 30 frames or whatever. Let's see what happens. Because when you sell high, you're expected to maintain high. If Mario Brothers don't sell 10 million, if they sell only 5, that's a failure for Nintendo. If Mario Brothers sold 5 million on PlayStation, that's a success. If it sold 5 million on Xbox, that's a success. So the margin of error is different from each company. There's a lot of stress that has to be done for Nintendo games to succeed because Nintendo don't look at Stellar Blade as a success. That 1 million, that would be straight trash garbage if that was a Nintendo game selling 1 million. So it's different metrics. We look at Nintendo, and if a game don't sell 10 million, that's not, even Nintendo don't even think that's good. So it's not about neither one of them buying games because that's false. PlayStation fans buy games, they just don't buy enough of them. So Sony thinks that the amount that they buy is not even creditable. Now, in the history of gaming, I haven't never heard a company come out and say anything like that about their base. Sony's the only company I've ever heard say that their base literally don't buy new games. You got the media that holds their hands. Well, Sony was smart. They bought up the media. They're smart. Keep that delusion on people's eyes. But I think people have woken to the PlayStation 5. It's not on pace with the PlayStation 4. By the end of this year, it's not projected to hit 70 million. Not even close. Hasn't even hit 60 million. It was supposed to hit that at the end of June. We're at August. You haven't heard anything. And that's shipped. Whereas the PlayStation 5, it was sold. So there's something wrong. There's something going on. And if Sony don't hit 100 million, then what does that tell people? Just off of that, what does that tell? What's the perception then? More people did. Here's the perception. Gamers don't want the PlayStation 5. Bottom line. Because the metrics are different. See, you can't say that about Xbox, right? Because Xbox has never sold 100 million consoles. Never. So the metric bar is not there for Xbox. Microsoft understood how to use Xbox as a platform while the other ones haven't. Xbox is a platform, it's not just a console. People want it to be a console because that gives them the security of their console outselling it. But the truth remains. You can outsell the console, but you're not making more profit than it. So it doesn't even matter. It's what you put in your pockets that matter as a business. Not how many things you can put out in the stores. That's revenue. How much bulk you can put out in the world is revenue, people. And Sony does a good job at doing that. But guess where they're last at? They're last in the pocket. That's where they're last at. So yeah, you can't go anywhere without seeing something about PlayStation. But at the end of the day, the cash register is empty. So what good is it? You think Astrobot's going to sell PlayStation 5s? No, we all know that. Nobody's going out there to buy a PlayStation 5 to play Astrobot. We already know that. There's no need to try to pretend on that. Are we saying Astrobot's a garbage game and it's doomed to fail? No. I think there's going to be millions of people who enjoy Astrobot. I don't think Astrobot is going to flop. It will surprise me if it does, but I don't think it will.
It'll be a good game for PlayStation and its fan base and the families with kids enjoy that for holidays. You know, nothing but good wishes, and I hope it hits its over $100,000 users within its week and enjoy. It's
now sport. I'll tell you where Will fell at. What's up, Tech? I'll tell you where it will fell at. Let that bad boy be $70, Sick.
Bingo. That was the thing I was going to say. See, like nobody was ever questioning that it was a game that'll do well, right? Like it's quite the opposite of the Concord situation, right? You look at Concord, you already know it won't do well. There's a stone's throw in hell that'll happen. It's not impossible, has happened before, but highly unlikely, right? This is the opposite of that. That this game looks like it should do well. It should do well, but here's one of the things that will very much hurt it. Yes, a $70 price tag. That would be a no-no. That would be a major no-no. They're probably going to do that. They're probably going to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, and nobody else here would be either, I don't think, right? So, but other than that, it should do well. But what I think will happen, though, it won't do that well. It won't do it. It won't do well enough to back up whatever hype PlayStation fanboys put into it, right? And if they had, which I don't think they really did from what I've been seeing. I don't think they really the most I've really, to be honest, I got to give them credit on this one. The most I've heard from them say is like they think it's going to be a hot game to play. Like it's the one game they could point to and say, oh, here's a good game that we got, right? Because they pretty much have nothing, right? So this is the one thing that they have that we know is solid, right? It's an expanded version of what comes with the system. So we already know that's pretty cool itself. It should do well. But how well? How super well? These PlayStation dudes always talk a big game, but don't match it with their wallet, right? So need the hardcore to do that. The gamers among them to do that. Are there enough of them on that platform at 60 million or 50 or whatever it is now? I think 50 or close to, right? That would make those necessary numbers because Final Fantasy didn't do it. Final Fantasy didn't do it. How the hell Astro Boy going to be able to do it? So the expectations got to be realistic, and I don't think they are for this game. Unfortunately, I'm making excuses for Sony. It sounds like, I guess, but bro, I don't think it's going to do all that well. It will come out and then be forgotten in like the month after it comes out, no matter if it does okay or not, because they won't do gangbusters crazy. I don't think, but hey, prove me wrong, Sony. Prove me wrong.
Wow, $70 for that. That's a huge.
That would mess that up big time. Yeah.
But my expectation is for them to drop that game on that PS Plus at no cost for the premium users and the one that have like a lower subscription, $39.99.
That's another way to do it, where you get it.
Yeah, I really want to see the chat.
That's a good idea.
I really want to see the chat give us an idea on what they think.
Their fan base after gas game, PSVR 2, no game, the earbuds. Nobody even paid attention to that. There's absolutely nothing. These guys, yeah, Sony owes it to their fan base. At least Astrobot and Wolverine, and cut them some slack. You can't.
Astrobot is $70. I want to hear from the chat. Would you think it will succeed at $70? Yes or no? I just want the streets to say. I want to be honest. Astrobot $70. You buying it? You know, yes or no? Because I already seen the curse. Anything that drops out $70 is just doomsday on PlayStation 5. It just has a very hard time.
Technically it's not $70. It's $60.
Right. I said if it was 70, would they buy it?
Oh, okay.
Would you buy that game? Would you buy it at 70 games?
Hell no.
So it is coming out at 60.
Yeah, that's even pushing it.
Okay, no, but you know, at least, well, mostly they understand their place. They understand their place, right?
Right.
And that also proves the $70 thing. They pushed it because they need it, not because it should be. Because Sony needed it. The only reason this industry has jumped up to $70 is because of Sony. It's not Xbox. It's not PC. It's not Nintendo. Sony did that. Everybody else followed up afterwards. It's like what Samsung did after Apple did some dumb shit like taking out charges and stuff, even though that first year they clowned Apple about it, but the next year they did the same goddamn thing too. It's the same thing. And One Away Dragons is right. They complain about
$40
Concord.
That's it right there.
70.
If they're complaining about Concord being at 40,
yeah,
what makes people think they're gonna buy Astrobot at $70?
And that's why it's 60. They know they place, but even 60, I agree, it's still too much. It should be 50. But
you
hey,
you know what's
that's me. I got my two hands up right now. You can't see me right now. I got my two hands up. Hey, I'm just saying. I don't know.
You want to know what we do know? You want to know what we do know, everybody out there? What the sweet spot is? I'm gonna be dead honest. The sweet spot that PlayStation fans have no problem spending, $35.
That's what I was. Yeah, you got me $5 off.
You knew 35. We go back, look at all the games that are $35 and look
on
what
that
they
game
did.
or in general. You mean
in general?
Low key, they end up spending that much for games one way or another.
That's right.
Other they wait for price drop shit like that. Yeah,
that's
right. True. Well, and the majority, we mean, not to say there's not people who don't jump in day one. Of course, there has to be.
Right.
But the majority of people, I would say that's true. But I would say that's a lot about gamers, a lot of gamers too. But with PlayStation, hence it would be a lot bigger numbers on PlayStation because there's just more of them too. So that's
right. Because listen, what was the narrative, Sick? See, nobody drew up the narrative. They drew that narrative up about $70. Well, I was like, well, shit, man, if I can get a game cheaper, bro, I'm gonna get a game cheaper. I don't care what nobody says. That's just consumer smartness. If I put you out here, two Bentleys, right, Sick? Right Games, right Spartan, white Chit Chat, two of the same damn Bentleys, I pulled them up in your driveway. Everything is exactly the same. And I said, hey, this one's going to cost you $95,000. This one's going to cost you $25,000. Which one you going to pick? Which one you going to pick? I'm just asking, which one y'all going to pick? $95,000 or the $25,000? Same car. Everything same, fully loaded.
$25,000. I can get three of those with money left over.
Exactly. You get some more if you wanted to. Exactly. It's not. Look, man, I get it, right? You wanted to make this a console war.
It's not rocket science. Yeah,
right. But some of us already understood that this ain't gonna be the console war that you want to jump to. We all knew that you guys wasn't gonna buy them games. We knew that. We said it. Dragon 108 Dragon says, I have more Sony first-party collector's edition than these frauds got family. That was stupid, bro. Hey.
Ironically, he's not lying.
Hey.
Literally.
Hey, look, I like collector's editions myself. I don't have a problem buying them when I like them. You know, I bought that collector's edition of Biomutant. Did an opening box on it. I like the little character. The game didn't. It wasn't a galactic blowout sensational game, but I liked it. I like the collector's edition. I'm buying the Assassin's Creed Shadows collector's edition. I like what they got coming for it, so I'll pay $300-something for it. I mean, it's not all the time that I'll do it, but if I like something, I'll go buy it, right? That's what we do. But everybody here that I know has jobs, from 108 Dragon to Six Slayer, to Games Heroes, to Spark 117. all the way down from Techno to John TJ. But John TJ has made it clear that the man is pulling over 20 to 30 hours of overtime on his job. So most of us in here, we work hard. And I tell you all the time, hey, Di-RRec Gaming ain't one of these channels that just gonna drop shows every day. We're not doing it. We work. A lot of us, we're tired. We don't think that we don't talk to each other. Man, I done got off late. All right, don't worry about it. We'll do it when everybody's ready. Sick hit me up this weekend. This is not a true story, Sick. Yo, legal. Let's go. Let's go Sunday.
Yep.
We got the Sunday. It got nighty night. Yo, we tired. We got to get going. Let's do it Monday, and here we are. Because you know why, people?
Yeah,
we're grown-ass men with jobs. We're grown-ass men with jobs. We do this show strictly for fun, strictly a pastime, just to come out and chat. Dragon 108 Dragon says Spider-Man 2 collectors. That shit's funny because that is true. That's a damn shame. Spider-Man 2 collectors is still available right now in the Sony store. 100 off, $149.99. Go get that. I do 170 every 2 weeks. Check. Let's effing go. Yo, you're not a Texas Rangers fan. Stop it. Unless you're like the chump tech that works from home. Yo, you work. No, man. Look, Tech. Look, man. You be working out there in that yard, bro. You be building your fences, making steps. You be putting in that work, bro. We all work hard, man. We all work hard. Then you come in and do your shows on Thursday with Sick and Realist. You know, it's just what we do. This is just what we do. But like I said, our job is to be as honest as we can. We're not here to play games. We're not here to deal with your emotional well-beings and get y'all all distraught over the gaming news. And we're just living off experience. We're just speaking from what we see. So even if we're wrong, it's not coming from a place that's deceptive. It's not coming from a place that just wants to manipulate you. We spit with our pure honesty. We try to be as sincere as we can. Is Microsoft making all the right moves? No, of course not. Microsoft doesn't make all the right moves. Of course they don't. The fools are broke Twitter rich, but don't buy shit. That's right. And that's a problem because I don't even understand how people even respect people like that. I've been saying it, that social media has just ruined these. I'm gonna be real. Social media hasn't never ruined the real gamer. The real gamer, and listen, I don't care what your gamer score is. Okay, when I say real gamer, I'm just talking about somebody who showcases, somebody who just plays their games. I'm not here to make a bracket and say, oh, because he's great because he plays 8 hours a day. This guy's he's garbage because he only plays 2 hours a day. That's not me. I could care less. You playing a video game, you like it? Yeah. You playing a video game, you like it? Yeah. That's gaming. These guys on Twitter, I laugh and move on. I laugh and move on. Because see, the proof is in the work. The proof is in the work. Hey, listen. If you're just on Call of Duty, then just be on Call of Duty. We want to see those clips. If you're only on Call of Duty, you should be getting 28 kills a game. We want to see how good you are. Nobody ever said you had to have a whole collection of video games to be a gamer. Just be one.
Yo, I got the challenge right now, in fact. I got the challenge right now. Yo, you know Black Ops is going to have the whole recording shit built into the game. Remember, it was the one that pioneered that in the Call of Duty franchise anyway, right? With the original Black Ops. We got this omnidirectional aiming thing with the jumping to the side, with the juke, all types of stuff like the original Black Ops did. I got a clip on my system. Shout out to the homie Lead Spread, who did a styling move back in the day on that game, right? So, yo, on myself and my boy Blackjack, yo, a shout out to the one of the Dragons. When he came out, diving behind from out that building and shot the both of us in a row who was running towards him, didn't know he was there. I remember that clip still. I should have put that on the internet. God knows how long ago that probably would have been viral. So, yo, that's gonna be available in this new one, right? And I guarantee you, crazier shit than what happened to me back then. As I just told you my story, I want to see clips like that too. And it ain't all got to be about the challenges where you going around, how many kills you got. Of course, we want to see those too. Okay, we want to see how gangster you really are. Of course.
You're right.
The cool tricks, community type shit. We all want to see that, yo.
That's fair. Hey, Sick, ain't that the one? Ain't the one you talking about, Sick? Ain't the one you talking about, Sick? The one that did the zombies and it blew up? Yeah.
Yep. It wasn't the first one to do the zombies. I think that was World at War. But how old is our client? Our client is older than Xbox Live itself. It's older than Xbox Live itself. We were beta testers on Xbox Live with the orange memory card where we're talking in chats and then we're like, yo, I hope Xbox fixes something, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden we hear a random voice go, yeah, I know, we're working on that. Right? That's how early we're on Xbox Live, where Xbox folks was listening in our chats and just speak like the word of God out of nowhere. That literally happened. Right? That's how long that client has been around. One Away Dragons tell you, right? So there's gaming's all been about the competition, about the community. Let me see some tweets at the end of the show. Some cool shit you did in the game. Some quick clip. Let me see that. Let me see a game score at the end of the match. Let me see how many kills you got. How low your deaths was. Show it off, right?
It's true. Showcase. Gaming is showcasing.
Yeah, and a game like
Call of Duty itself.
Let's hear that, right? Okay, we're gonna keep the console wars out of it. All right, cool. Well, there's Call of Duty for you, man. Yep, Xbox Connect with Halo 1. Yes, we did. So when we talk about this, we know for sure, bro. This is what gaming is truly all about. Not all this other clown shit you see these people doing about a bunch of games they already know won't sell.
We grab mics just like anybody else, right? All of us know how to grab a mic. Anybody can sit around here and just talk, right? And that's cool and everything because we all do it, right? But at the end of the day, this is about paying homage to gaming. This is about being gamers. The talking, the podcast is just when we're not gaming and we just coming together to just talk about something. But it's not that we put the podcast above the gaming. That's just what it is. We don't do that here. If there's a game that I know that I'm gonna like, say for instance, I know Suicide Squad didn't do that great, right? A lot of people didn't like it, but I'm not a huge DC fan like that. So I didn't care if Batman wasn't in it, right? I didn't care. I like the fact that it was a 4-player co-op. Because anytime I see a 4-player co-op, I get excited, bro. Because you know what I want to do. Hey, y'all, let's link up. Let's get together. I'll record it. Let's play it. So I'll get a squad and I'll play it and I'll have a good time.
That's what we're about to do that in Space Marine.
Right. I had it
coming up mad soon.
Yo, y'all heard it from Six Slayer. And I know he had to do that to me because he hit me up a while back. He already crucified me. Yo, we gonna play it. Right there, you got a third option. I want to be the third option. So it's gonna be me, Six Slayer, whoever else wants to be a part of it. One always says legal. Go check that shirt I got made. Twitter versus real. Twitter versus real gamers. Yo, send it in my DM, man. I'm gonna be honest, 108. Let me just be honest. We have to change the atmosphere. An atmosphere has to change. It's up to us. It really is. Gaming has to get back. We have to get back to gaming. It's okay. We like to talk. We all like to talk. Some of us are in the chat. That's why we do this. Jago's been running with me, old school root gamer, for a long time. I appreciate him. I never asked Jago for no money. I don't ask nobody for no money. I don't care about none of that. I have a real job. I didn't come here to make money. If it happens, it happens. Drawn TJ, God bless him. He's a giver. Some people just have giving hearts. But Drawn TJ and anybody else that knows when they do something like that. They know that's not my MO. They know that. So we always are grateful. Sonness, what's good, baby? That's
Bless
right.
you.
We live in effect. They don't know. They don't know 108. Like, I tell people my story about my journey through gears. And I'm just going to say this to y'all. You don't have to be a pro to be known in gaming. You don't have to actually be, you don't even have to actually go to any of these esports or any of that. You can become a legend to yourself just on your own console, wherever you play. All you have to do is be good at it. I'm a testament of that. I have a legacy that is ridiculous, because unless if I tell people, they're gonna think I'm lying, right? But I was able enough to reach one of my boys in Ohio at a time when I had a lot of stuff down because I was traveling, and I thought about it. I said nobody would believe me, so I had to call him up. I told him that he still had the Gears of War 3 to go online and pull my card. He pulled my card. I said, take pictures of it because nobody will believe me. And I got mine. Anytime anybody want to think that I'm lying about what I've done, I got mine. And I did it with the original guns. I did it with the snub. I did it with the bolt talk. I did it with the Lancer, and I did it with the Nasher. I didn't use no special weapons. I didn't believe in that. I'm gonna get you with the OG weapons, and that was it. I don't do YouTube for money. Facts. 150K a year. I make more money than your favorite YouTuber all day. Bro. 108. You see them? Some of this stuff is just facts. There's some of us that just do good, period. Some of us just do good, period. You know, it's just that I didn't come here for that. And listen, 108, Jago, the whole chit chat community, my panel right here. I'm not saying anything against anybody that does. That's your business. But we came here to talk about video games. We came here to bring up real issues in the news. We came here to talk from the heart. And that's what we do. We think that we hold a responsibility to give y'all the truth. And that's the truth. You can either take it or not. We get it. It's not something that you have to live and die on. But at the end of the day, rarely have we been wrong. I told you they all were going to fail you. I told you big bank takes little bank. I told you there would come a day where wherever you look, wherever they mention gaming, they're going to have to mention Xbox. I told you that Microsoft is going to become the #1 gaming market entity in 2026. Mark my words if you think I'm lying. 2026, Microsoft takes over. I told you that we were going to go into big tech era. And when there's big tech era, there's only so many companies that are called big tech era, and Sony isn't one of them. Nintendo isn't one of them.
None of them.
When things were in the VHS mode, when things were all about the hardware sales, Nintendo was king. Sony was king. But we're coming out of that, people. We're coming out of that. So, 108 said, before E3 got canceled, Gas, who was one of the most hilarious clowns out here, went online and said Lemon bought a $2,800 lens for his camera. Goddamn, he said, this dude, take it for real. You do better than me. You do better than me, because I ain't spending $2,800 on no game thing. I don't care what. It better be augmented reality in the heart. I better be able to go outside and my whole neighborhood turns into a video game. But no, seriously. You know, seriously. This stuff is, you know, we want everything to be done in a correct manner. We want everybody to succeed. We want these companies to do good. We get it. But if y'all are into jocking a company that's actually getting sued, right? $7.9 billion for malpractices against its own base. Be my guest. Jock it. Because blindly, they probably were getting you in your pockets and you didn't even know it. Me, I'm going to go where my investments go and carry along with me. I get my back compatibility. I get my controllers. I get my consoles. Think about it. I bought a Series X, right, in the S, and all my consoles go with me from OG Xbox all the way up. All built into that one console. Dudes talk crazy. I had to show a fool on Twitter my 8K TV setting on Twitter because he thought I was capping, too old to cap. I work hard like y'all. Exactly. Now, if you got 8K, you're done. I know Stone King got 8K. I remember when he got 8K, they made fun of him. I said, he's
Man, nobody knows got an AK TV.
Nah, Stone King got one.
Look,
Dragon got one. They're done.
But it's
Hey,
one
They
of
don't got
the time. You didn't have one.
8K is it,
AK
man. You ain't
TV.
8K guarantees you all the high-end stuff. You don't have to upgrade no more. It doesn't make sense to go above 8K. It just doesn't. You're guaranteed your rates. You're guaranteed your visuals. You're guaranteed everything. Me, I'm doing my 4K OLED. I'll probably get the next one. I want to get a brand new OLED for the brand new Xbox. That's what I want to do. Dolan Knight, what's up, famo? You know it, baby. We're in the building. Shout out to the whole entire Chit Chat community. Just shout out to 108 Dragon for dropping in. He's going to be the next guest on the next show. Shout out to everybody. I know folks are mad at my shadow drops, but so what? We were having fun with the shadow drops. Yeah, the 8K, that's it. I was on the 5K LG 8K mini LED. Yeah, you get that, you're done. You've already set yourself up. You're done. You don't have to buy nothing else. 8K will carry you all the way through. All you're waiting on is just content. We can't even get a lot of things in 4K content today, people. You can't even stream at 120 frames. So if you got something that gives you 120 frames and you want to stream it, we're not going to see it. We're not going to see it. But it is what it is. You get something that you enjoy and you play it. I'm all for the smoke, right? I love it. I love everything but the toxicity, right? We ain't in here to make fun of people. We're not in here to do something that won't get you slapped in real life. We ain't about that. We ain't about being fake. I ain't into bringing up nobody's mama and their family and all that goofiness. I'm not into looking you up to look at you. Not in that. Dolan Knight said, I changed the letter N to a letter M in my name because I was finally available. Starting this LG OLED is worth it. Catch a sale, small payment for 2 years if you can get it. Best Buy, baby. Get the Best Buy card. My man ain't lying. He ain't lying. J6, 8K TV is the ultimate achievement. It really is. Because once you get that, you're good. You ain't got to do nothing else. And it upscales and downscales for you. Real good. And don't ever, well, you can't go smaller than what, a 65, but if you're really, really about that life, 77 and up. 65, you're right there, but don't go AK and get a 65. You really want that AK to pop out. You really want it to pop out. You're going to pay, but hey, like my man said, you got a Best Buy card like I do, AK. Dirk's wife, fiance, what's up? My man, this man right here, bro. Come on, man. You ain't got to do my man Dirk Griggity like that, man. Man, they up here clowning, bro.
Who is
Man,
this really? Who is this really?
don't know.
With the
Y'all
picture
need to
and
stop
everything, so
clowning, man.
troll,
Rain
yo.
G4. Who buys a TV below 6'5"? I don't know.
Well,
Exactly.
I got a C10, but I use it as a computer monitor, basically. I'm like right up on it. You feel me? My C10 is a 55. But I was gonna get the 4080. Like I said, we use a monitor.
No,
right?
Sick, you ain't got to explain. Sick,
but
you
I
having
agree,
a
just like you
55
said.
or 48 is perfect because you use your PC.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't
In fact,
have
I was gonna wait for the 48, but then I said, "Fuck it, I'll just get the 55." Right.
But I
agree.
look, I heard that
Exactly what
48
you said
LG for
before.
PC is sick.
Yes. And
Yeah, I heard it's sick.
and just like you were saying before, if you get an AK, something like you want the bigger the better, you know, so to resolve all them pixels.
Dirt wife's fiance said it's all good. Dirt knows who I really am, and he's cool.
All right.
It's all good.
But the trolling is crazy on the internet, bro. The trolling is crazy. Dirt's wife's fiance with the wig and everything. What? Oh my god. But anyway,
so look, we're coming to an end. We didn't want to come out here and keep y'all up all night. We just wanted to touch on some things, man, and do it our way and get ready for something more and more expensive to talk about. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now, there isn't really much to talk about. Get on your videos. Get on your videos, man. Get them controllers in and make some clips. That boy's stupid, boy. Hey, go play some video games. Get your back catalog caught up. Man. Oh, no doubt, Games. Get some rest, man. You came out here. You spit some jewels earlier, man. So I know you had to get that phone call. It's all good. You're here. We here.
All
right, brother. Get some rest. We about to get out of here, man. Shout out to Game Girls. Yeah, man. We getting up out of here, man. We just want to come out here. Six Slayer, man. Appreciate you, man. Setting the schedule up, letting us know what we're gonna do this today. And you know what I'm saying? Likewise, we do this when we do this. We're gonna come back when something else pops up. I got another one for y'all. Maybe this weekend. We'll do one more last one. I got some moving to do. But after that, man, we'll be back on. So we're gonna do what we do, y'all. We just want to say thank y'all for coming out, like y'all always do. Appreciate all the support. Next big show. There we go. Next big show. We're gonna have 108 Dragon TV on there as a guest, man. We're gonna come out here and talk some games. Yo, we're getting closer to the September mark. We're getting closer to the October mark, November mark. It's gonna be some good games coming out, y'all. We're gonna have nothing but gaming to do. We're gonna go through this period. Let's talk more gaming. But hey, we're gonna still be here. Anytime some stupid stuff pop up, Di-RRec Gaming is going to be ready for it. So I want to say thank y'all all once again for coming out. God bless y'all. Remember, always keep it gaming. Never let nobody take the extra man from you. Never let nobody take that extra man from you. And remember, man, keep gaming in the streets. And we're here to bring streets back to gaming. In the meantime, y'all be safe. Y'all take it easy. Mr. Kim in the building. And y'all have a good night, man. Peace.